When you think of sustainable fashion, flair isn't something that comes to mind, but designer Claire Powers is out to change all that.
Hey, that's my
and she's
last
about
name.
to show Layla how to go green without losing the glare.
I am bringing you fashion that is sustainable, ethical, and responsible. And did I mention beautiful? Yeah, every piece has a story. I'm here now with the founder and designer of KINdom, Claire Powers. Claire, thank you for bringing your inspirational fashion to share with us today. First of all, let's start with this name, KINdom. Where did that come from?
Well, after I gave birth to my daughter, I didn't want to go back designing to fast fashion, what my background is. So I wanted to illustrate something that we were all connected, that this baby is connected to this whole world that she's going to grow up in, and KINdom came about because we're all related to each other.
What sets your sustainable fashion apart from others on the market?
Well, I try to satisfy a lot of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I satisfy on some of the products 15 out of 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
Wow.
So not only do I work with eco-friendly materials and indigenous materials, but they're also, ethically made. And like this, for instance, it's made out of bamboo. The drape, and bamboo is sustainable because it doesn't use a lot of water or pesticides or insecticides. And as far as the yoke there, that detail there, it's hand woven by the Gadang tribe in the northern Philippines.
So what are some of your favorite pieces?
Well, let's see. So many to choose from. I also try to marry different elements besides working with indigenous tribes. I started getting into upcycling, which was part of my business plan since the get-go. For example, I have this dress, which is one of my best sellers. It's a bamboo t-shirt dress. It has pockets. And instead of creating a new product, I upcycled it and I used a shirt from one of my collections, which is this in a different color. It's white. And then the white part of the shirt that I cut it off from, I used Yakan indigenous fabric, and this is from the southernmost part of the Philippines by Indonesia. And the Yakan indigenous culture, they do these hats as well, and they do a lot of geometric and linear forms, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Another one that I like to work with also is the Iranun. This was a collaboration with a nonprofit organization. It's hand woven, and then they hand embroider it on top, like little lizards and little frogs, which is, they're very inspired with nature. So that's what they put in their designs. This is a Yakan indigenous hand woven fabric, and sometimes it takes like a week to weave 1 meter of fabric, depending on the design, the intricacy of it. And this little piece right here is called Langkit. And Langkit is by the Maranao indigenous community. And what's amazing is that in the probably early or mid 2016s, they had a local conflict in the area. And it was very dangerous, it was very violent, and the indigenous community was displaced in evacuation centers. And the couple who made this was a husband and wife team. They gathered whatever, bamboo and sticks they could find, and then they created these like hand-woven strips, and I have them all over the collection.
What has been the response when people see that not only is it beautiful, but there's these amazing stories behind it, and it's also, honoring the environment?
Oh, it's like being a kid in a candy store. We just had New York Fashion Week show, and one of the models just wanted to buy the whole entire outfit he had, because I also do inclusive design, which is gender-free and size inclusive. For example, this shirt right here, which I upcycled with a local artisan. I also collaborate with an artisan from Sacramento. She does eco print and eco dyes. So she takes little leaves from her garden and eco prints it. You can take this off, right, and wear it as a sleeveless, wear it as a jacket.
When people see your fashion, when they wear it like I'm wearing this dress now, how do you want them to feel?
You're wearing a piece that is good for the environment. You are helping support an indigenous tribe. What we're trying to do with KINdom is that we want to preserve the cultures that the tribes have because they're very marginalized. They're the ones who started all this. This is why we're here. Those are our roots and our identity. We're kin with them. By supporting them and buying their hand-woven materials and other raw materials, they can keep going.
Well, I feel really good wearing this. Everything is flowing nicely. I even found a mask to match my dress, so I'm excited about that. Claire, thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you so much, and all the tribes and everybody else, and my little girl thanks you. Thank you so much.
Wow,
That was good.
Sustainable beauty. Now here's another.
Raven did a